So the subsequential of ways that people behave that I'm not sure how to say it. Subsequential ways. So the subsequential ways that people behave is that they want to hate their mom and dad for abusing them when they're in pain. When you have a virus, it causes pain in a deeper sense than even like a broken leg. Like viruses hurt really bad. And I never meant to hate anybody who was feeling low and had off temperature and were living in like almost an alternate reality for a bit. Though they could find reality, it was just they were miserable and there were cells in their brain working that shouldn't be working because they work when you're in pain. They work in like overdrive. So your brain is working overdrive and you're tired. And you just often say that you're sick of it, but you're just sick. And I've been really temperamental and impatient with a lot of people that you see on a common basis in the hospital. And I shouldn't be like that. But I have my time to be fucking broken and miserable too. And that's exactly what it is. Broken and miserable. And it felt like a blood pocket was draining from my hip. Like I almost broke my leg. Like I sprained my leg or something. And I have a snotty nose, which is, I'm always picked on about it. Ew, you're going to make me sick. And like, you're supposed to love it. Now, on the topic of princesses, you're supposed to love a princess because they were always made to believe they were going to be powerful one day and then hated for the things that they did. And there's all types of princesses, right? And like, I love a princess story because you can always cry about the fucking princess and what happened to the princess. And that was basically what opened my eyes was watching Princess and the Frog, my favorite fairy tale since ever. Ever since I read the book in elementary school, I was like, it was, and Princess and the Pea too. Like no matter how many times you stack your bed and make it comfier, you're always gonna feel how people wanted to make you feel. It's just when you use your understanding of why they were being so miserable and like copying a female and PMSing is when you can forgive and then it doesn't hurt so bad anymore and it eventually it dissipates and you forget. And then when it dissipates and you forget as the bigger person who isn't so hurt, then they often come about and are like, oh, I'm sorry for the one time that I said or that I did all this. I was just in pain. And it's all about using your patience. I lost my patience like twice. Like that part of my brain was worn out. And that goes to say about all the criminals hiding in the muck, pretending to be somebody in pain or somebody that's sick or somebody that's PMSing or someone that's in love. And then they commit crimes, like heinous acts of crimes too. You know, people die because of people who like to pretend. I wasn't pretending. I love my friends. I love my family. I love the ex family and the kids. I give a shit. I'm always, well, like, sometimes you are very, you live in psychology, which almost seems like a fantasy, when you have nothing left. And that you love someone, but it still inflicted you. Like, there's some real trouble. I don't want to say because I don't want to get personal. I'm a really emotional person and I'm sensitive when I'm PMSing. So, like, once a month, I have a really sensitive topic or a sensitive way of going about the topics in our meetings. And my mom is similar to me too. And she's like, just feeling like the world is over because my brother went through a divorce because of death and grieving, sickness and health. That the sickness was better if he just got divorced, meaning like the daughter went kind of changed because it was so traumatizing. She went through trauma and she changed, and she wanted to leave because it was better for her, but it was nothing he did wrong. So my mom's all sappy, and I'm emotional, so it makes me cry. When I cry, I get kind of pissy. It doesn't make me less of a soldier. I clean up and I lift my chin up and I disregard, and I train people to not be so like, if someone dies it's gonna be the end of the world kind of thing. Like, stop screaming. And then I do okay. Like, the soldier went out there knowing very damn well that they could die or come back disabled. They made a choice. What sucks is when they're in Canada and they didn't want to die and they didn't want to be sick and they didn't want to get hurt. They didn't want to shoot someone unless it was in their backyard. When a good redneck falls down with a brain tumor, yeah, it gets really sappy and I get emotional and then I become too passionate and extrovert and things become seemingly like I'm pissy and harving the situation. Kind of am. You want to disagree with me on shit? I'm like, and then they say they hate know-it-alls. I'm not a fucking know-it-all. I'm the producer of Top Gun since Top Gun was ever fucking created. That's my movie. I just fucking love it. You don't fucking love me for loving it? Fuck you, fuck off, don't come back.
Morning, Miss Lillabaugh. Good morning, Gianna. Congratulations on being voted King of the Mountain Operator. Caught me completely by surprise. For the 5th year in a row. Now, how about I celebrate with fresh batch just wait for you. We'll keep them coming till I pass out. Oh, Prince Naveen. Prince Naveen of Meldonia is coming to New Orleans. Oh, I need a big knee. Tell her what you did, Big Daddy. Tell her. Well, I invited. Daddy invited the prince to a masquerade ball tonight. Tell her what else you did, Big Daddy. And he's staying. And he's staying in our house as my personal guest. Oh, Lottie, that's swell. A little word of advice. My mama always said the quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's it. What is it? Oh, Jesus. You're a bona fide genius. I'm gonna need about 500 of your man kitchen beignets for my bowl tonight. Will this not cover it? This should cover it just fine, Lolly. This is it. I'm getting my restaurant. Tonight my prince is finally coming. And I sure as heck ain't letting him go. Everything looks peachy keen, Mr. Fenner. And Mr. Fenner? We have all the paperwork ready to sign first thing after Mardi Gras. I'll do you one better. Why don't I sign them tonight when I see y'all at the LaBeouf Masquerade Ball? You got all the knowledge. Table for one, please. Oh, Mama. Here's something to get started. That is good, Papa. I know. I miss you too. Well, now, hurry up and open the door. Look at it, Mom. Doesn't it just make you want to cry? The maid of tea is going to be right where you're standing. Oh, and over here, a gourmet kitchen. And hang up on the ceiling, a big old crystal chandelier.
You know Daddy's daughter, all right. He used to go on and on about this old sugar mill, too. Hey, I'm sure this place is going to be just wonderful. But it's a shame you're working so hard.
How can I let him down when I'm so close? I gotta make sure all Daddy's hard work means.
Gianna, well, Daddy may not have gotten the place and all this money, but he had something better. He had love. And that's all I want for you, sweetheart. To meet my Prince Charming and dance off into your house.
Papa, I don't got time for dancing. It's just gonna have to wait a while.
How long we talking about here?
Ain't got time for messing around.
Marina loves Top Gun.
Not my style.
I miss her. I couldn't say hello. I was just like, let the, the kid went and said hello, though, my kid. She's talking away anyway. But her kid dislocated her shoulder and put it back in herself, which is cool. I taught her how to do that. It's lift, go forward, go back, lift, go forward, go back a little bit less, go up, go forward, go back, and then rotate and rotate and rotate back in. It's cool. We're not supposed to release anything about drugs as doctors. I wouldn't say it would fucking hurt you, though. They are medicine, but brain tumors are usually because you go suicidal so many times without acting upon it and you get better, but eventually your brain's like, but you wanted to die so many times, we're just gonna. And by the brain tumor, we can tell if they were criminals with it or not. Marina just kept it fun and pop fresh with me. We're like a bunch of pixies. I didn't know her family was going through so much. But my mom did, so my mom's all crying, sappy about it. I didn't know.
I have been avoiding you everywhere.
They should make a toasted salmon salad or something. I like the bones now. I never used to as well. Probably because it's too strong a calcium. I could taste every time I got a piece of bone. Like every bite, I was like, bone. Yeah, wash it. Dye it with this. Hopefully it goes good. I don't know. I don't see why I wouldn't. It's just an old brand. Color easy. Looks like Celine Dion when she was younger. Celine Dion. Yeah, I'm hungry.
Gentlemen, enchanté. A tip of the hat. How y'all doing? Tarot readings, charms, potions, dreams, memories. What I betting that, and I'm not. I still wait.
Well, that's my communicating. I don't care. I'm gonna get all these bitchy texts when I wake up. Dude.